What if tomorrow morning you woke up and your money had lost half its value overnight? Gas stations stop accepting cash. Grocery store shelves begin to empty. Banks limit withdrawals. And the currency that powers the global economy, the US dollar, starts collapsing. It sounds like a Hollywood disaster movie. But what would actually happen if the dollar crashed? And could it really happen? Stay until the end, because the final consequence could completely reshape America's future. For decades, the US dollar has been the king of global finance. Countries use it to buy oil, businesses use it for international trade, and central banks hold trillions of dollars in reserve. Nearly every corner of the global economy depends on one thing: trust in the US dollar. But what if that trust suddenly disappeared? What if the world's most powerful currency collapsed? A dollar collapse wouldn't begin with people carrying wheelbarrows full of cash. It would start with confidence. Imagine investors around the world begin losing faith in the US economy. Foreign governments start selling US Treasury bonds. Large investors move their money into gold, foreign currencies, and other assets. As demand for dollars falls, the value of the dollar starts dropping rapidly. At first, it may seem like a problem only for Wall Street. But within days, ordinary Americans begin feeling the impact. Imported goods become much more expensive. Electronics, cars, clothing, and even food prices start rising. Inflation accelerates. The same paycheck suddenly buys much less than before. And that's only the beginning. America imports enormous amounts of products from around the world. When the dollar weakens dramatically, those imports become far more costly. Gasoline prices surge. Airline tickets become more expensive. Manufacturers pay more for raw materials. Businesses pass those costs directly to consumers. A gallon of milk that costs $4 today could cost $6, $8, or even $10 in a severe crisis. Families would quickly notice that their savings are losing purchasing power. Retirees living on fixed incomes would be especially vulnerable. The middle class could see its standard of living decline faster than ever before. And as prices rise, fear spreads. People begin spending money as quickly as possible before it loses more value. That behavior pushes inflation even higher. The economy enters a dangerous cycle where rising prices create panic, and panic creates even higher prices. But the effects wouldn't stop at America's borders. Today, the US dollar is the primary reserve currency of the world. Many countries hold large amounts of dollars and US government debt. Global trade is largely conducted in dollars. If the dollar suddenly collapsed, international markets could experience massive panic. Stock markets around the world might plunge. Banks could face liquidity problems. Governments would scramble to find alternatives. Some nations might shift toward the euro, the Chinese yuan, or even gold-backed systems. The financial system that has existed since World War II could begin changing dramatically. For decades, the dollar has been the foundation of global finance. Removing that foundation would create uncertainty everywhere. International trade would become more complicated. Businesses would struggle to price goods. Investors would search desperately for safe places to store their wealth. In a crisis like this, the US government and the Federal Reserve would not simply stand by and watch. They would likely take emergency measures to stabilize the economy. Interest rates could be raised aggressively. Government spending might be reduced. Financial markets could receive emergency support. Banks could receive liquidity assistance. The goal would be simple: restore confidence. Because every currency ultimately depends on trust. If people believe a currency will hold value tomorrow, it survives. If they don't, problems can escalate very quickly. History has shown that confidence can take decades to build and only days to lose. Now here's the surprising part. Most economists do not believe a complete dollar collapse is likely anytime soon. The United States still has the world's largest economy. Its financial markets remain among the most trusted and liquid on Earth. And despite challenges, there is currently no clear replacement for the dollar's dominant global role. However, that doesn't mean the dollar is invincible. Rising government debt, inflation concerns, geopolitical tensions, and shifts in global trade continue to raise important questions about the future. More countries are exploring ways to reduce their dependence on the dollar. New technologies and financial systems are emerging. The global balance of economic power is constantly evolving. The real lesson isn't that a dollar collapse is guaranteed. It's understanding how much modern life depends on confidence in money. The dollar isn't valuable because it's made from special paper. It's valuable because billions of people believe it will have value tomorrow. If that belief ever disappeared, the consequences would reach far beyond Wall Street. They would touch every family, every business, and every nation connected to the global economy. The US dollar isn't just a currency. It's the foundation of a financial system that powers global trade, investment, and everyday life. And while a complete collapse remains unlikely, the possibility reminds us of one powerful truth: the global economy runs on trust. But what do you think? Could the US dollar ever lose its status as the world's dominant currency? Or will it remain king for decades to come? Let us know in the comments. And if you enjoy business, economics, and wealth content, don't forget to subscribe for more videos exploring the forces that shape our financial future.